Good afternoon, everybody. How y'all doing? Pretty good here, and welcome to the channel. Hey, I've been thinking about what I'm going to do with my 2020 Tacoma. I have one on order. It's coming. It's anywhere from, I don't know, 5 to 17 weeks away. I don't know, hopefully closer to the 8-week mark. We shall see. But anyway, I've been anticipating getting this truck, what I'm going to do with it. I'm sure many of you are like that, especially if you've ordered a vehicle before. You know, once you get it ordered, the waiting is the most painful part, right? It seems like it takes forever. And it just might with this one. I don't know. But anyway, I made a list. You know, I put a video out a while back about what my plans were for the 2020. And since then, I've been thinking about it a little more, and I've narrowed it down a little more, kind of to the must-do mods for my 2020 Tacoma. So these are the things that I'm going to do and why. First thing is the window tint. Pretty obvious. Keeps the sun out, keeps the truck cooler, and the truck looks cooler. I love the looks of the truck. I'm probably going to go with something pretty similar to what is on the Tacoma up there that you guys can see. It's just barely not legal, but we don't need to talk about that. Second thing is the lift and the wheels and the tires. Now, I've gone back and forth. I had mentioned I was thinking about doing maybe a 4 to 6 inch lift. The more I think about that, I'm leaning more towards kind of what I had on this truck before, and that was a 3.2 ready lift. I might go just a hair higher if I can. Is there such a thing as a 4.3 ready lift? I don't know, but definitely right around that range. And I think I'm going to stay away from anything any higher because I really don't want to get into messing with all kinds of parts, suspension parts and things like that. I'd rather focus on other things. And of course, the wheels and tires, at least initially, they're going to be what you guys see right over there. And those are fuel ANSA wheels with Nitto Ridge Grappler tires because I really like those. I got to say one little thing though. I've gotten a few questions recently about what kind of tire would I put on, and I gotta be honest, if I was to do something again, I might go with the Goodyear Wrangler Duratex. They're still an aggressive looking tire, but they seem to ride a little better, at least on the Tundra that I have out there. So next up, the TRD exhaust. We have the TRD exhaust on this truck. I am hoping to be able to work that into the deal. In other words, while both trucks are at the dealership, obviously, because I'm going to trade this one, I would like to have them pull the TRD exhaust that's off here and go ahead and put it on the new truck. Now, I really don't care, and actually I might prefer if they would just pull it off, and then I'll put it on the new truck. So they can pull it off, put it in the bed, I'll take it home, and I'll do the install. As long as it fits. That's the other question and the big variable I have here. You know, I'm starting to hear some rumors about a 2021 Tacoma. I personally don't think that's going to happen. Most of the rumors that I'm hearing are for people either commenting or maybe in forums and things like that, but not from anybody that's connected to Toyota. So we shall see. And in that, I'm wondering if maybe they aren't tweaking the truck a little bit as they go, preparing for a new remodeled Tacoma. I hope not. We shall see. Next up, and this is one of my favorite mods on the interior of the truck, and that is the center console cover. As you can see, I have one that has the RobMotive, the channel logo on it, because I like it. I think it's pretty cool. Now, I might see if I could get my buddy Kylan Brimhall to change that, and instead of having the red in the logo, I might change that to blue, hopefully voodoo blue, to match the truck, because I think that would be really cool on the interior. And then going to a voodoo blue type accenting inside the truck, maybe get some Tuscan stuff. I don't know, we're gonna see. Next up, the smoked turn signal mod. I had that on this truck, and I know a lot of these things are kind of swap overs from the 18 to the 2020 for me, but I like them. That's why I did them. And it is going to be a completely different color, so it'll be interesting to see how these things meld in with the voodoo blue versus the red, the Barcelona red. They did match really well on this truck, so I'm hoping it's the same, and I actually like them on the voodoo blue. We'll see. But those smoke turn signals, you know, the little inserts that flash, I really like those. I think they're pretty cool, and again, I'm hoping that Toyota hasn't changed the setup or the structure of the mirrors so that they still fit. We shall see. Badge removal. This is a must. You know, I had left the badge on the Tacoma here. You guys can see it right there. It's blacked out. I think it looks pretty good on the truck, actually. I don't know. You guys will have to let me know what you think. I don't know. I think it looks good on here, but I don't want it on the Voodoo Blue. I want the Voodoo Blue to be shaved, as they say. Smooth. I don't want any badging or anything sticking out. I don't want words on it. I really don't care if anybody knows what it is. I'm not buying it for anybody else. I'm getting it for you guys in the channel, and me rather, and we all know what it is. Next up, the TRD skid plate. It's still sitting over there on the floor, desperately waiting. I am looking to change out the TRD lettering on that to Voodoo Blue. Right now it's red, and I don't think red would look terrible, and I might change my mind once I have the truck sitting here and I can see how it coordinates. You gotta coordinate your colors with the Voodoo Blue. It might look pretty good. You know, blue and red, it might not be too bad, so I might just leave it. We shall see. And if I did that, I don't know that I would need to change out the RobMotive logo on the center console either. Kind of blend it all together, you know? Time will tell. Next up, and we are at number 8 now, is the LED light bar that I had in the front of this truck. It goes behind the grill, and I've looked at the grill a little bit, and it looks to me like the structure on the new truck, the 2020, is going to be the same as far as where you can bolt down the bracket. There is a little bit of play in the bracket for the light bar, the LED light bar, so it should fit okay, or I should be able to finagle it in there with maybe a little bit of ingenuity. We shall see. But I definitely want to get that in. I didn't have it in this truck very long, and I only used it, man, I'll bet you twice. And I want more exposure with it, you know? I love the look of it, even when it's off behind the grill. It just looks cool in there. It's got to go in the new truck. Next up, number 9, we're getting towards the end, the tailgate theft deterrent. Now, all that is, and I did this mod on this truck, and it's on the Tundra right now, and I'll do it forever on any truck I have until they do something different from the manufacturer to prevent tailgate theft, and that's just a little hose clamp. You know, I've got a couple of videos. I've got it putting it on and taking it off and talking about it. There's a few videos on the channel about it, so if you're interested in that, take a look. But it's a very inexpensive, very useful theft deterrent, so that somebody doesn't come up and grab your brand new, in my case, Voodoo Blue tailgate off the back of your truck. They're expensive. Lastly, this is number 10, and then we have an honorable mention. The bed rack. This is something new. This will be something new to the truck, and I think for an off-road truck, this is going to be pretty darn cool. The bed rack with some kind of an adapter. Either I'll make it myself or have it made or whatever, so I can mount the spare tire up on top of it. I think right now, you know, the spare tire's underneath. You can't get to it. It would be a royal pain if you were out in some really crappy weather and had a flat tire, especially if you live in an area that gets snow and ice and crap like that in the winter, or if it's pouring down rain. Before you can even attempt to change the spare tire with that crappy jack, that's another thing we're gonna get. That'll be something new for the truck. You gotta get that tire off the back. I don't like that. So I think it'd be pretty cool to put a bed rack back there. I like the looks of them, and other than the looks, I guess it would serve a purpose, and that's to mount the spare tire on top so that it's more accessible should you ever need it. I think that'll be pretty cool. Now, the last thing that I want to mention in this is kind of the bonus number 11. I'm not quite sure, and that are the Predator side steps. You can see there's none on this truck now. Of course, that's because I removed them. I removed them in anticipation of putting them on the 2020 Tacoma. Now, I've mentioned before that I really like the looks of the truck. You guys can see here a little bit maybe. There you go. I love the looks of the truck without side steps. But I don't hate the looks of the truck with side steps. Although I would say the scale probably tips just a little bit towards no side steps. So I'm not quite sure yet if I'm going to go ahead and bolt those on or not. since they're so simple to do, I might go ahead and put them on, and this will be after the truck is lifted. I'm definitely not putting them on until the truck is lifted because frankly, they're just in the way. So that's kind of up in the air on that. We shall see. So anyway, I just wanted to run through at least my must-do mods list for the 2020 Tacoma. These are the things that I think at a minimum need to put on, and it just so happens I have most of them. Of course, I don't have the bed rack or the spare tire adapter or whatever that's going to be, but I have everything else already. So once I get the truck, I'll be able to go, and I cannot wait. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of my list. What else would you add? What would you not add? I'll be curious to hear what you think. As usual, appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time on the web. Have a great day. Bye.